Good morning, all the 1950s and some of the 1960s ladies that are all fighting for their pension, and your male counterparts who support you. I'm really serious here today because I brushed my hair and I put on lipstick. So I am writing this video, or doing this video, as a chain letter to Boris Johnson. So I'm hoping that you lot are going to share the hell out of it. So here I go. Good morning, Boris. I'm one of the 1950s ladies, and I think I need to mainly start with the fact that more recently you have used the 1950s women who have been forced against their will to carry on working to bolster your employment figures, because a large amount of those figures showing the increase in employment in this country that you were taking credit for was that you have stolen up to 6 years of women's pensions. Now, right now, we're in a major crisis, and we understand that. But we are going to court, hopefully, in July, and we hope to see something from you there, hopefully to the better rather than the detriment of us and our situations. So, this is what I'm going to say. You've used those figures to bolster the employment figures. Now, after this crisis is gone, there will be a very, very large amount of unemployment. And I would like you to consider this as an option. You have forced women to carry on against their will in employment that they are no longer able or fit, mentally or physically, to do. We were sold the ideal of a pension at 60, and we paid in for that all our lives. Now, some of us are working in jobs that we can't actually physically do, but we are forced to carry on through pain, through fear, through stress, whatever. And many of these women are still on the poverty level, despite the fact that they are working. But you have forced us into this situation by the removal of up to 6 years of our pensions with literally no notice. And I'm going to tell you, find the proof that you gave me notice, because it's a lie. And all the usual, I'm not going to say the word bullshit, I just did, yeah? So that you spout and your members of parliament spout on your behalf, you know you are twisting the truth, and it's a lie. Very, very many of us weren't given any opportunity to prepare for that. We have women homeless, we have women committing suicide, we have women dying early because they've been worked to death when they are too ill to actually work and cannot afford to stop. We have women who have worked hard all their lives, who have lost their homes, who are using every penny they have saved to give them some kind of a retirement pension to actually, you know, block the gap now till they get to pension in order just to survive, which leaves them nothing. You have stolen our futures. Not only have you stolen our futures, but you're stealing the futures of our children and our grandchildren. We have young women asking why women who obviously clearly aren't fit enough to do that job, and they actually don't want to be doing that job and want to be retired, are blocking jobs from themselves. Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because it's cheaper to literally employ an older person and save them from having to pay them pension than it is to give a young person a future, because we know that it's cheaper for you to take our pensions than to actually let us retire as we should be entitled to do, and we should have had a right to do, and give that job to someone who desperately needs it to put food in the mouths of their children right now. Now, there is a lot of women out there would immediately hold up their hands and say, take me, I volunteer to retire straight away and give my job to somebody else. Yeah, we would be happy to do so. So what I'm saying to you, Boris, is if you are the Prime Minister that this country deserves, and quite frankly, we are turning into a laughingstock right now, but if you are the Prime Minister, step up, yeah? Use your intelligence, use a bit of human compassion, and actually let those poor women who are way past being fit enough to work retire and look after their families and allow their families to have their time, their care, and to give them some time with their grandchildren before they die. Right now, they are dying of overwork and illness and stress because of the policies that you and previous governments, mainly Conservatives, but I'm not blaming you, but you have a chance to put this right. Right now, you need to address that is going to be a massive crisis in unemployment, and you need to act and you need to do what's right for these women. It has been clearly proven, despite the first court case decision, that this is absolute. It was targeting a group of women and deliberately giving them as little information so they could not fight back in a timely manner. And so as far as I'm concerned, you need to step up now and act like the Prime Minister you purport to be. Thank you.